and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, y'all. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls and the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes.
We are just about 9 miles from downtown Manhattan as EA Sports brings you to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Darnold. Open man is Robbie Anderson. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Here we go, here we go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Check 13. Check 13. Check, 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 check.
Darnold from the gun. Flushed out right. That one complete to Anderson. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
31 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Tight down. There you go. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here I come.
Here's Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Check, 59. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's third and long. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check the backer.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second down, Murray sets to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 31. Check 26.
On 2nd and 9. Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. This is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 42 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. On second down, it's Bell. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe. They try to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here we go. Come on, go. Check. Walk 54. Yeah, that's what I do.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
I'm coming after you. Check 3, okay? Set up.
On 2nd and 9, Murray stepping up. He'll try and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Murray now on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. they think they're going to win those too.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Now this time Murray to throw it. And he's got Fitzgerald. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well. Yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, what a move. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Rip left, rip left.
Now it's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Buying time to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.